Welcome back to the Carp Fairgrounds. I'm Scott Conroy alongside Adam Brown for the 8:30 game. The Owen Sound Selects versus the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. And Adam, our weather report tonight, we've got 26 degrees, light
Chiefs,
breeze.
at bat, we have number 3, Austin.
What are we expecting this game?
Well, Owen Sound is 4-1. Their only loss came to Tavistock earlier today. And the host Ottawa Valley Chiefs, they're winless yet. They've had two really close games that they just lost in the 7th. Let's be realistic. They'll be in tough against Ontario 1 here. But I know that the Valley Chiefs will put up a valiant effort no matter what the score. They're a scrappy bunch.
The second baseman, Austin Eady's going to dig in and lead things off for Ottawa Valley here. He's going to face Riley Mannion, number 15 for the Selects. And Mannion deals a first pitch strike to catcher Brander Hagerman.
It's good to see Hagerman back. He was injured in the previous game earlier today. He had to leave. I believe he got perhaps one off the knee or somewhere around there. So he didn't finish the previous one, but he's back to start in this one.
And we've got a 1-1 count. And the field looks beautiful here for a short while before the players dust up the chalk. Pitch from Mannion. And that's fouled out of play down the first base side.
Edie's a rare bird, Scott. He's a lefty, and they have him on second base. You don't see that too frequently at this level.
No. Speaks to his capabilities over there. And a changeup called just up. Mannion asked the umpire politely where that one missed. Still a great crowd out here tonight for the last game of the day on Diamond 2 behind us. Tavistock and Alvison still duel. Pitch is down to run the count full. Edie leading off for the Chiefs.
I should mention, Scott, that the Chiefs did give the Selects a really good game early in the season at the Napanee Early Bird Tournament. I don't know the exact score, but I think it was in the neighborhood of a 4-2 or 3-1 win or something like that in favor of Owen Sound. So the Chiefs did have some success while they weren't able to pull off the win. They did have a tight game with Owen Sound at that early tournament.
Now, as mentioned earlier in our broadcasting today, the teams will reseed tomorrow for a play-in, and then teams will be seeded in a medal round, and we'll finish up here on Sunday. And a good curve there from Mannion to get Edie on the strikeout.
Now at bat for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 2, Kurt McCann.
Kurt McCann steps in. One away here. He's the designated player today, hitting for the pitcher. We'll see Corey Baldwin in the bottom of the first.
And McCann pitches as well, but as you said, he's the designated player for this game.
Kurt McCann having a decent week coming into today. Batting .333. Mannion paints the outside corner. Mannion's pitched in some big tournaments. Pitched for the Canadian team. Be going with a team from Michigan to the ISCs later this month.
He's seen some action with Bear Creek, I believe, this year as well, Scott.
Yeah, last weekend he was there with the Holman tournament. He'd done the Simcoe tournament, the Hill Challenge with the Grand Prairie Pirates. So,
have arm will travel.
Well-traveled arm. So he works ahead here to McCann. Top of the first. Between games, I was able to take a walk over to the concessions, Adam, and ran into some people with not much fastball background, but great to see them out supporting the event.
Yeah, it's real. The community seems to have really embraced it, Scott. There's been some coverage in the local media. A friend of mine, Jake Davies, who runs West Carleton Online, an online news site for the West Carleton area, has given the event lots of play, spread the word, posters and signs all over the place throughout the community.
And another strikeout there for Mannion. There's 2 down here in the top of the first. It's going to bring up the number 3 batter, first baseman,
16,
Dylan
Dyson
Cassidy. Apologies, Dyson Cassidy. Has a home run on the week. Lays off that changeup. Another one outside. Owen Sound working with a 4-1 record on the week. They lost to Tavistock earlier today. 2 good teams from Ontario who've seen each other lots. That one's hit a mile high out to center field. Center fielder takes the call, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the top half of the first. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Corey Baldwin will come to the mound for Ottawa Valley when we're back. Welcome back to the Carp Fairgrounds for the bottom of the first. Number 15, Corey Baldwin. He's pitched as the ace for the Ottawa Valley
now
team.
At bat for the Owen Sound
Eating the
Select,
most
we
inning.
have number 24, Owen Torrey.
He's pitched well too, Adam.
He has. He's
Keeping
done
his team in some close games.
Yep, he's had a couple of close games for sure. Corey, I'm fairly familiar with Corey. My son played some minor ball with Corey, and Corey played with my men's team last year, so I've seen him pitch quite a bit, and he can spin you a gem.
Owen Torrey due up here to lead things off. He's playing third base this afternoon. Rather this evening, as we see the lights on here in Diamond 1. Pitch looked to be there. Umpire calls it out. Baldwin takes the sign. Swinging strike.
Baldwin has a very straightforward style, as you can see, Scott. There's not a whole lot of energy wasted. He steps and throws.
And a chopper to the left-handed second baseman. Throw it over for the out. And one away for Ottawa Valley here, the bottom of the first.
Now at bat for the Owen
Dallas
Sound Selects,
Kiefer
number
come to the
14,
plate.
Dallas Kipfer.
Kipfer plays for Grand Prairie. They'll be traveling for the ISC World Tournament in Illinois later this month. A young player that's also been well traveled.
Yeah, Grand Prairie's had some surprising runs there. They got a great team of mostly guys from Western Canada with a couple of additions, and I think Dallas Kipfer's fit in quite well with them from what I've heard.
Now it makes it easy. Obviously, there's tournaments all throughout Canada, but on the ISC circuit, there always seems to be 3 or 4 big weekends in Southern Ontario. It makes it easy for another fast-paced hotbed in Kitchener. There's a called strike on the outside corner to Kipfer. If you haven't had a chance to listen, Kipfer was on the Hill and Lolly podcast, a popular one in the fastball community. 3-1 count here. And he loses him. So they'll put a runner on first base.
Now at bat for the Owen Town Select, number 34, Clay Dolbear.
Clay Dolbear will come up. He's had a fair share of on base this week. He's had 6 walks just coming into today.
I would imagine that the opposing pitchers are very aware of his body of work. Dolbear can really hit the softball, so all those walks are probably indicative of teams doing their best to pitch around him. He had some massive home runs from what I've heard at the provincial tournament for U23 held earlier this year.
And Baldwin coming down and in twice here. 2 balls to count. Players check for the signs. And a big cut there for Dolbear.
Corey's working here with Sam Bowman as his catcher. He and Sam have played together for a number of years, so Sam would be very familiar with Corey's strong points and weak points and help work the game.
There's a weak one out to center field, and that's going to get down in front of the center fielder. Kiefer read the ball perfectly. He's able to advance to third, and we've got first and third with 1 out here. Mac Mulvey, the designated player, is due up now.
Owen Sound Select, number 9, Mac Mulvey.
Coming into today was batting a clean .500.
Mac Mulvey, he's got some Team Canada experience, Scott, at a younger level, and he actually, his club team is the Belmore group. He was picked up for this event, and his dad Mike his dad Mike was picked up as well as an assistant coach for Owen Sound for this weekend. Mike's very active in the softball world. He's a volunteer member of the Ontario Amateur Softball Association Board.
Mulvey also got some pitching in earlier this week. 1 win, 1 game started, 7 innings pitched, 1 run allowed. We'll see what he can do here at the plate. That pass ball advanced Dolbear up to second base. Top of the zone pitch there by Baldwin. Mulvey swang through it. Still no score here in the bottom of the first. The Chiefs have 1 out. That's fouled hard to the third base side. Pitch is down. Full count here with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Mulvey set, Baldwin the throw, and that's fouled off. And fouled off one more time. So the count remains full. The heat still hasn't broken and the crowd is still out at him. Both diamonds currently in play. Baldwin gets the call on the outside part of the plate. Strikes out Mulvey for 2 away.
Select number 7, Wade Kiwagashig.
Wade Kiwagashig comes up here. Pair of homers on the week for him.
Kiwagashig pitched the last game, started the last game for Owen Sound against Tavistock. He threw well, didn't make it through the entire game.
Hard hit ball to the third baseman, that's caught. Looks like it might have caught him on the palm as well.
Good job by Dyson Cassidy to make that grab and save a couple runs, Scott.
And we've got 1 complete inning in the books here. Mannion comes back out for the second. We'll be right back. Eli Brotney stepping in here for Ottawa Valley in the top of the second. Mannion toes the slab here. Called strike.
At number 10,
start the count.
Eli Brotney.
Brotney with a triple earlier in the week. As Ottawa Valley looks to get something going. Fouled off the catcher, Hagerman. Now the Ottawa Valley team, a couple close games, looking to get their first win of the week, but the big games are tomorrow with the reseed. And there's a 1-3 putout. Slow play over at first, kind of made it closer than it needed to be, but nonetheless,
Ottawa
1 away
Valley
for the Owen Sound
Chiefs.
Selects.
Number 7, Walker Lions.
Walker Lions coming up here with 1 out for Ottawa Valley.
Lyons has done a lot of catching this weekend, but he's in center field for this game, Scott.
Catcher's obviously a very versatile position. Players are feeling the ball lots and can usually work their way around a diamond. However, not oftentimes can they toe the slab in the pitcher's circle. Now, we have seen instances at tournaments where brothers will be pitching to another brother, and mid-game they've known to swap the gear right on the diamond.
I did see
and
that.
do the switcheroo.
I did see that on one occasion, and that was quite an exhibition of versatility by two young local players, Andrew and Jeffrey Barber.
So a reminder there of the shoot from the home plate umpire to Riley Mannion. Walker Lyons watches a strike. Two-two count to Lyons. Center fielder tonight. Fouls that off. Hagerman and Mannion have played plenty of ball together. Winning before with Team Canada, Napanee Express. Lyons chops that foul down the third base side.
Yes, that's right, Scott. The Hagerman Mannion combo was a staple of Napanee softball for quite a period of time.
As mentioned earlier, just 2 hours down the road, the U20 Canadians are going on the Napanee Fairgrounds. For anybody in that range, be sure to check that tournament out. The host team Napanee off to a good start. Lyons watches that for a ball.
Actually, two players on the Napanee U20 squad that are former members of the Chiefs club, Joseph Mick and Tyler Brasho, both played with the Chiefs program in U16.
Down at the U15 level, Napanee also has a Western Quebec. Cade Keel from Shawville.
For the Ottawa
It's nice
Valley
to see
Chiefs,
the Ottawa
number
Valley
8,
Western Quebec
Cole
area that builds up the
Hodges.
West Division of the Goful, so well represented.
Yep, there's two members, former West Carleton players that also play for Napanee at the U15 level.
Cole Hodges digs in here with two out. Shallow into left field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. He'll hold up at first. Chiefs have their first runner of the ball game.
Hodges has good wheels. He plays locally in the
Now
Greater
at bat
Ottawa
for the Ottawa
Fastball
Valley
League.
Chiefs, number 9, Hudson Cummins.
And I believe Cole demonstrated his speed with an inside the park homer up in Micksburg last season or 2 years ago.
That's correct.
And that was on TV.
It was a TV game. Playing that game with the Manotick Brewers. Hudson Collins digs in now with a runner on base and two away. Mannion and Hagerman work here in the top of the second. That one's driven out to left field, just in front of the left fielder. And a pair of hits strung back together here for the Ottawa Valley.
Hudson's actually eligible at the U20 level, Scott.
Now
He's a
at bat for the
2002
Ottawa
birth.
Valley Chiefs, number 14, Sam Bowman.
His dad, Kevin Collins, is the head coach of the Valley Chiefs. And Hudson, from what I've seen, has proven that he can hit at the U23 national level. He's hit very well.
Sam Bowman's going to dig in now here with the runner in scoring position, looking to get the Chiefs on the board. Couple RBIs on the week for Hudson. Mannion deals. Foul back to the screen. A light breeze comes in on the infield here. Breeze coming in from right center field. Pitch from Mannion. Change up outside. Mannion respecting the Ottawa Valley hitters early. Not giving them too much. Being selective. Collins fouls another one back. Two away here. Top of 2, 2-2 count. Another one fouled back off the screen. Collins.
Bit of a defensive swing there by Sam, but he's just trying to hang to make sure he gets a pitch that he'll be able to hit to drive in Hodges and or Collins. I guess it wouldn't be or, hopefully and.
Mannion takes the sign, and they'll do it again.
It's a warning first, and then
So, Mannion having a little problem seeing the signs from Hagerman. There is a small shadow casted over the back of home plate here. And more so out of respect for his catcher. He wants to make sure he knows what he's throwing.
Yeah, it's never good getting crossed up. I've caught a little bit, Scott, probably not as much as you. But then again, I'm pretty old, so maybe as much as you if you add them up over the years. But yeah, there's nothing like calling for a rise ball and getting handcuffed with a drop. That's a painful catching moment, to be sure.
Now I know catching here, wearing our white pants, sometimes my battery mate can't always see my white hands down underneath. Sometimes some tape will do.
Nail polish might be an option, Scott.
There's a nice pitch on the outside corner to get through the inning.
Same pitch essentially that Baldwin got last inning, so it looks like the plate umpy's going to be consistent with that call.
1.5 complete here in Carp. We'll be right back at you with the bottom of the second. Brady Hogue due up here now. The Owen Sound selects. Pitch from Baldwin's called the strike. Pot was 850, Adam. for the 50-50. Great to see a good crowd out supporting the tournament. That winning number is 1585241 for anybody with tickets at home.
By my math, that's approximately 106 tall cans at the beer garden, Scott.
Well, we'll have to check our tickets at the next break, Adam.
You'd be a very popular man.
And a ball up from Baldwin. There's also a nice Victoria Legends jacket being raffled off with many other great prizes. And the winning ticket number for that is 1585004. Chopper to the shortstop, and that'll get through. Hogue will round first and walk back to the bag. Owen Sound is cooking here with a leadoff single.
Now at bat for the Owen Sound Select, number 17, Brendan Hagerman.
Catcher Brendan Hagerman due up. Came into today with homer and 4 RBIs. We look to drive in a run here. Baldwin the pitch. Ball's off the screen to throw down.
Oh,
and a good throw there.
Close play. I was talking earlier, Scott, with my previous counterpart, Ryan Clare, who's also a catcher, and he was talking about the lively screen here in Carp, which sometimes allows you to make a play on that most diamonds you wouldn't even have a chance.
It was a good hop there for Bowman to pop up, hop in his glove, and a good throw down, and the runner just beat the throw in. Now he'll be in scoring position for Hagerman. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. And that ball out to center field. Good play on the center fielder. Just popped out of his glove. Hagerman slides in safely to second base. Owen Sound is on the board here.
Now at bat
Brady
for the
Hogue
Owen
coming
Sound
in from
Select,
second base.
Number 22, Tucker Firth.
Bit of a risky play there by Hogue, because if that ball would have been caught by Lyons, which it almost was, he surely would have been doubled off. But it paid off, and he ended up scoring.
You could hear the third base coach yelling, "Get back." Owen Sound selects catch a break, and they've got a 1-0 lead.
Coach Jamie Simpson will have more gray hair after this if plays like that continue.
Shortstop Tucker Firth is up, and he'll take a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Nobody out here. Bottom of 2. Swinging strike by Firth. Tanner Martell getting set in the on-deck circle. James Martell, my apologies, as the booth gets a little darker as we dive into the night here.
James Martell.
Strikeout there for Baldwin for 1 away. Ball outside from Baldwin. And we have light in the broadcast booth. Thank you to our tech team. Ball's past Collins. A throw down and a close play with no slide. So Hagerman now at third base for Martell. swinging strike. And we've got time called here by the first base ump. What does it look like the warning is this time? Again, maybe seeming to motion to the pause again?
Coach Kevin Collins appears to be requesting an interpretation.
There's been a few instances today where the coaches have had to chat with the blue crew, and in good Canadian fashion, it has been respectful, short, concise. Shows bunt and drops a beauty down the first base side. They won't get him at first. So now we've got runners at the corners off a beautiful bunt there by Martel.
Baldwin's in a difficult position
Now
there.
at bat for the Owen Sound Select, number 24, Owen Torrey.
He doesn't want to give up the run. He wants to try to get the out. And he has to do that in the appropriate amount of time. And he was just too late to get the speedy Martel.
A traditional squeeze play. Go back to the top of the shop here, and Owen Torrey comes in.
He grounded out in the first to second base.
Baldwin set. Ball outside. Players look down at the third base coach for their signs. Torrey digs back in. And that one's hit hard out to right field. Room to make the play. And on the sac fly, Hagerman will come in. Martel will move up to second. So a job done there by the leadoff hitter, Torrey.
Owen Sound Select, number 14, Dallas Kipper.
Kipper due up now. He reached on a walk in the first inning. One out here. Martel will move over to third base on the pass ball. Apologies, we have two away. On the strikeout and the sac fly. Kipper set. Pitch from Baldwin. That's in and low. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. Shout out to our camera crew who's done a great job today dealing with the changing sun and now with the lights, providing a great picture for all the viewers at home. Called strike on the check swing. Looks like it caught the zone. Full count here with two out. And a chopper to the first base side and a good play.
Nice play by Cole Hodges.
That'll make it two complete here. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. And it's a 2-0 Owen Sound Selects lead going to the third inning.
Now batting for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 19, Graham Whitehead.
Welcome back to the fairgrounds here in Carp. Graham Whitehead, the batter for Ottawa Valley. Mannion starts with a swinging strike. Now just over the PA at the break there, there's some live entertainment tomorrow night at the fairgrounds as well as a roast beef dinner. So for anyone in the area looking for a Friday night date spot, Carp Fairgrounds might be the spot, Adam.
I agree, Scott. It's going to be a good time. There's going to be under 23 game. Excuse me. There's going to be a great dinner, an excellent band, some Greater Ottawa Fastball League games, which both you and I will be participating in, and hopefully lots of people out to watch and enjoy the evening.
Mannion gets a strikeout there looking on Whitehead.
Now batting for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 3, Austin Eady.
That's 4 strikeouts for Mannion through 2 1/3.
Leadoff hitter Austin Eady due up now with 1 out for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. Mannion works. And a swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Now, Adam, as I look around as the night progresses, I still don't see too many people going home, which is great to see, supporting the local host team.
Yep. Why not stick around and enjoy a tasty refreshment and a game of fast pitch softball? That's pretty much the highlight of my week.
Mannion set the 0-1, and that's fouled off. That one will be out of play. And just inside the friendly confines of the Carp Fairgrounds. Mannion up 0-2 on Eady. Eady digs in. And another K for Mannion there on a good pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Now batting for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 2, Kurt McCann.
Kurt McCann digs in here for Ottawa Valley with 2 away. He's the designated player tonight. He'll be hitting for the pitcher, Corey Baldwin.
Kurt McCann's a member of Team Ontario, which will be participating at the Canada Summer Games. The lone member of the Valley Chiefs, as far as I'm aware, that'll be participating at that event. I believe the tally is 8 members of the Owen Sound Selects are on Team Ontario. I could stand to be corrected on that, but it's somewhere in that number.
Yeah, Owen Sound, one of the favorites coming into the week. And Tavistock going into their game tonight was 5-0 as they battle with Alvinston over on Diamond 2. And this one is hit hard out to center field, and you can put that one on the board. A solo home run for Kurt McCann, and that'll trim the lead in half. Adam, that one got out of here in a hurry.
It sure did. He really spanked that to center field, right near the old Carp apparel tent.
Now at bat for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 16, Dyson Cassidy.
Dyson Cassidy due up now. He's at third base. A fly out in the first inning. So a 2-1 score here now. So we work here in the bottom or the top of the third inning. And a little more mustard on that one from Mannion after giving up the home run.
Yeah, he looks a little displeased after that, and probably want to end the inning here, but Dyson Cassidy's going to have something to say about that.
Dyson Cassidy already with a homer on the week. Little pop in the bat, batting in the 3-hole for Ottawa Valley. Mannion takes a sign from Hagerman. And that's outside. Now, a handful of years ago, more leagues moved from the white ball to, you see, the lime green, playing with a K-Master this week. And for those night games, it certainly helps with the vision of the ball. A good pitch there by Mannion to get out of the winning. Ottawa Valley scores 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left on base. We've got a 2-1 Owen Sound lead going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll be right back with you from
Oh, I know. You're going to steal fence too.
Clay Dolbear digging in now. The meat of the order due up for Owen Sound. Single in the 1st inning for Clay.
Now batting for the Owen Sound
Mac
Select.
Mulvey on
number
deck.
34, Clay Dolbear.
Baldwin back on the circle for the Chiefs. Takes a sign from Collins. Ball up in the zone. Another one outside from Baldwin.
It's probably a good time to mention our title sponsor, Scott, Alterna Savings. They've been very generous in their support of the U23 Men's Softball Canada Championship, and we thank them for their support. That's Alterna Savings.
Yeah, it's nice to see Alterna out at the event as well. There's knickknacks over in the concession area. Baldwin behind in the count here. He'll deal to Dolbear. And that's hit hard through the 3rd baseman and the shortstop. Right in from the left fielder to 2nd base. And a leadoff single.
Now batting for the Owen Sound Select, number 9, Mac Mulvey.
Good job on Hudson Collins out there in left field to get that ball in quickly. As we've seen, Owen Sound's not afraid to run aggressively and take extra bases if you were to dilly-dally with that ball.
Bowman with the sign to Baldwin. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-1. Dolbear looks down to his coach on the 3rd base side, standing at 1st base. Slow roller up the middle. He'll take it himself and get the out. So the lead runner is retired. Good play there by the leadoff hitter Edie to take
now
it himself.
Batting for the Owen Sound Select, number 7, Wade Kiwagashig.
A bit of a difficult turn there for a left-handed second baseman to spin that into a double play, but a great play to get the lead runner for sure.
Wade Kiwagashig digs in. Hit a hard liner to the shortstop in the 1st inning. Mulvey stands at 1st base after the fielder's choice. Changeup gets away from Baldwin there. Mulvey will advance. And as the night moves on, we still have 2 games in play. Try and get a score update from Diamond 2 for you here at the next inning. We sit at a 2-1 score here for the Owen Sound Selects. And a nice play by Edie at the second baseman.
The tall and slim Edie showed a nice vertical there, Scott, to make that out.
Owen Sound Select, number 25, Brady Hogue.
Brady Hogue now digs in. Got 2 away in the inning. Runner in scoring position at second base for Hogue. Baldwin takes the sign. And a good scoop there, and they got the runner hung up. And we've got an old-fashioned pickle. The throw down to third, and they got him! Mulvey got caught off the bag. A good play by the catcher. And they get him at third base.
Yeah, that was a heads-up play by Sam Bowman there to fire that ball and get him in that pickle. And a bit of a mistake there by the veteran Mulvey.
Welcome back here to the Carp Fairgrounds. Eli Brotney due up here for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. 2-1 score in favor of the Owen Sound Selects.
Now batting for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 10, Eli Bratney.
Walker Lyons waits on deck. Cole Hodges in the hole. First pitch from Mannion's fouled off. The 0-1. Ball on the outside. Now, Adam, we talked a lot about, as the week goes on, teams getting a little bit more familiar, but, these two Ontario teams would have seen a lot of each other, maybe not on the same teams, but throughout the years coming through the OASA, playing in other provincial and qualifying tournaments.
Yeah, you got it. They may have been on different teams. They may have been, I'll be quiet because...
That's a deep ball out to left field, and that'll bounce off the fence. And there's a stand-up double to lead off the inning for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. Eli Brotney.
Just briefly to your point, Scott, that's right. Once you reach the U23 level, they've played each other up from mites right through to this level. And they'll be familiar with each other's tendencies and so on, and maybe sometimes develop a little bit of animosity, which can be healthy for some competition.
Absolutely. And a lot of times in the fast pitch game, as you know, good friendships as well, even though they may be wearing different uniforms this week.
That's a for sure, Scott. I don't know how many times you might play against someone on the field and think, I don't particularly like this individual. Then at some tournament, you're on the same team and you realize, no, he's actually a good guy. He's just a competitive fella. So It is fast pitch is a great sport for that, given how our tournament system works.
Walker Lions showed bunt. That ball bounced around the backstop, took a weird hop. Hagerman chased it down.
Brodney he shouldn't have hesitated on that. He should have listened to Coach Kevin Collins and went directly to third base, because you have a lot better chance of scoring with none out on third than none out on second.
Yeah, absolutely. Now still in scoring position here for the center fielder tonight, Walker Lions. 1-1 count. And that ball's inside.
Really looks like Mannion's trying to jam him on that potential bunt situation by throwing inside tight to him.
Broughton getting a good lead on second base, expecting the bunt. Walker's going to look to hopefully get something down here on the first base side of the infield with the right-handed throwing. There's a high fly ball lifted out to right field, back near the fence. That's caught. Broughton tags, and he goes to third base.
So to my earlier point there, Scott, that's a tie ball game if he's on third with that wild pitch. But because of his hesitation, unfortunately,
Chiefs, number 8,
he's on third.
Cole Hodges.
So Cole Hodges.
Sorry, Scott, I was just going to say it's the little things that can win you fast pitch softball games that you have to do. When you're playing a team as good as the Owen Sound Selects, you have to do all the little things correctly.
Absolutely. Cole Hodges is going to hope to get this run in, pick up his teammate. There's one out here, runner on third base with Mannion set.
Hodges did single last time he was at bat.
Yeah, healthy hack there on the first pitch. Mannion
Can we
seeming to
please ask
lean back
whoever's
for a little
taking
more.
the flashes with the camera to turn your flash off? Thank you.
That one's fouled off the back screen. So favorable count for the pitcher here. 2 strikes on the batter. Fouled off to stay alive. Seen a lot of competitive at-bats here from the Ottawa Valley Chiefs.
That's an excellent point, Scott. I was going to just say something similar myself. They're really hanging here, and I mean, you're pitching with who's arguably the best U23 pitcher in the nation, and you know, for the local team like the Chiefs to battle like they are, I'm impressed.
Hudson Collins waits on deck. Hodges fouls that out of play.
Appears to be a gaggle of youngsters fighting over that softball. That's what you like to see at a fast pitch tournament. Those balls are not souvenirs.
Not souvenirs, and it's good to see the kids grabbing them and bringing them back in. Mannion with a chopper to third. They'll make the out at first. Brodney has to stay over at third base.
Now at bat for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 9, Hudson Collins. Excuse me, Hudson Collins.
Hudson Collins in now. He's playing left field tonight. Singled his last at bat.
If Hudson's going to single, watch for him to go backfield over to the left side.
Good pitch there by Mannion, swung through.
His dad down in third, over on third, coach's box, just exhorting him to put the barrel on it and flare it out there.
Now we're still waiting on an update from the game over on Diamond 2. We're going to get that to you as quick as we can. Mannion working here with 2 outs. Pass Hagerman. Brodney must stay. And we're in the top of the 5th over in Diamond 2. We've got a 6-6 score between the undefeated Tavistock Merchants and the Alveston Aces.
Wow.
Hats off to both those communities and their fast pitch programs. Tavistock with a good junior program, Alveston with a junior program as well as an ISC team. And that ball's hit hard, but foul down the right field side.
And here's me saying that Hudson's going to go off field, and he smacks one pulled foul.
Tip of the cap to you, Adam, for all your work in the broadcast booth this week. Mannion deals. It's off the backstop for a ball.
On other diamonds, that's a run. As we were saying earlier, the Carp backstop is A, not that far from home plate, and B, very lively.
So we mentioned all the other national championships going on simultaneously with this one across the nation in Ontario. Strike three there for Mannion. The end of August, we head to Newfoundland, and you'll be able to catch those games live streamed as well as the Senior Men's Nationals. After last year, changed to a different type of event due to the pandemic. Not an official Softball Canada show.
In the top of the fourth inning,
We'll catch
the
back
Ottawa
to you
Valley Chiefs scored
after a quick
no
break.
runs with one hit.
Welcome back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. Still a 2-1 Owen Sound lead. And we do have another member of the Chiefs on Team Ontario, Adam.
Yeah, thanks for the listener that alerted a fan here to correct me that Austin Eady is also on Team Ontario. So it's not just Kurt McCann, the second baseman. Austin Eady is also going to the Canada Summer Games. So thanks, viewers. I appreciate the updates.
Brady Hogue due up, right fielder for Owen Sound. Did a single and a stolen base his last time through. Pitch from Baldwin. That's hit hard down the third base side. The umpires yell fair. He's rounding, headed for two, and on the relay, he's going to stop there. We've got a leadoff double for the Owen Sound Selects. Good piece of hitting right there. Adam went the other way with it.
He sure did, and from my angle, it was really, really close. I don't know if Sheldon's going to be able to cook us up a nice replay to verify the umpire's call. No matter what, the umpire's call will stand, but it certainly was close.
Now for the Owen Sound Select, number 17, Brendan Hagerman.
From our view, it definitely looked like it was close, but I think the umpires did get it right on the fair ball. And the catcher, Brandon Hagerman, comes back to the plate in a similar spot he was earlier. The runner in scoring position. Grounder to the shortstop. And a play. Short hop the first baseman. So now we've got a pair on the error.
Now at bat for the Owen Sound Select, number 22, Tucker Firth.
Tucker Firth coming to the plate here. Potential butt situation to keep the line moving. Baldwin takes the sign, calls for time. I want to give a shout out to all the friends I have listening back home. It's nice to hear from some feedback from Haley Murray and Joran Graham watching at home. Joran will be here tomorrow night, pitching for the Mixburg team. And we might even get him in the booth to share some memories of his time pitching at this same event.
James Martell.
Little bunt single there to load the bases, Scott. Owen Sound not taking anything for granted, playing all the fundamentals, trying to generate some runs here in the bottom of the fourth.
James Martell is going to come up here with the bases loaded. Infield's going to play in here for the Chiefs, looking to get that run at home in this close game.
Martell dropped a bunt single himself in his previous at-bat.
Close pitch there from Baldwin. He wanted the call. Not going to get it, so he'll work from behind. Good pitch from Baldwin there to even the count at ones. Big spot here with the top of the order. Just waiting on deck for Owen Sound. Looked like a change up high from Baldwin. Looking for soft contact. Baldwin set. It's down and in. Good ball game going on here tonight on Diamond 1. A close one over on Diamond 2 as well. Check swing. No swing, and that'll be a walk to bring one in for Owen Sound.
Now at bat for the Owen Sound
3-1
selects
Owen
number
Sound lead.
24, Owen Torrey.
Nobody out. The infield will stay in. Adam, are you expecting a mound visit at any point, or do you like the way Baldwin's working?
I think Baldwin's working okay. I mean, it's not like he's been smashed around. That error was a bit unfortunate, of course. These things happen. I don't see anybody working in the Osgood bullpen, so looks like Baldwin's probably going to carry the mail for a bit here.
Leadoff man Owen Torrey's due up.
Torrey had a sac fly RBI in the second inning.
The 0-1 here to Torrey. Fouled back hard off the screen.
Torrey's a dangerous hitter.
Umpire will check that ball to make sure there's no damage.
Torrey could really break open the game here.
The dangerous Dallas Kuiper waits on deck. And that's hit hard way back to center field, and he's going to touch them all. Grand slam for Owen Torrey. That'll put Owen Sound 7, Ottawa Valley 1. Big time fly for Torrey. Looked like a no-doubter there, Adam.
Yes, that certainly climbed well over the fence. When it was off the bat, I think both you and I were pretty confident that that was going to be a home run.
Select number 14, Dallas Kipfer.
Nobody out here in this inning for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs. Doesn't look like anyone's moving over at the Ottawa Valley dugout just yet, but Baldwin is the ace of this staff and he's pitched well throughout the week, and he doesn't seem to let much phase him, and you managed him last year.
I did. Yeah, he's a pretty easygoing dude. Competitive, likes to win, but he certainly isn't overly demonstrative or emotional in the pitching circle. Just gets to work and gets the job done.
1 ball here to Kipfer. Kipfer didn't like that one. Grab his bat and dig back in. Two balls, 1 strike here. Baldwin set. Looked like a change up there from Baldwin.
Two balls, two strikes.
Brady McCann starts to get loose over on the right field side for the Ottawa Valley team.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Chase O'Halloran standing there with a glove as well, potentially getting loose. Be a tight one for ball 4. So that'll put a runner on first here with nobody out, Adam.
Now at bat for the Owen Sound Select, number 34, Clay Dolbear.
Clay Dolbear will come to the plate. He's got a pair of singles on the night. That pitch is off the screen and a throw down to second base. Dallas Kipper slides in safely. The dangerous Mac Mulvey waits on deck.
With nobody out yet, the Chiefs really need to get one here. They hope to staunch the bleeding.
It's grounded foul down the third base side. The Blue Crew showing off some nice hands. Stop that from going to the grass. Baldwin steps off as Dolbear waits.
I was told by the umpire. I was told that it wouldn't count.
Brief conference out.
Sam,
Pitcher's circle.
Sam Bowman just asked the umpire about a conference there and apparently got the green light to go out and chat with his longtime teammate, Corey Baldwin.
Dolbear gets set in the box for the pitch from Baldwin. He'll be outside for a ball. Still nobody out here. So we work into the bottom of the 4th. 5-run inning so far for Owen Sound. They're up 7-1. Good pitch from Baldwin.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Owen's back off the screen. Catcher popped up and right into Dolbear, who was stepping out of the batter's box. No infraction needed there. There was not much area for him to move. There's a couple substances approved for use in fast pitch softball. One would be the traditional rosin bag. Second is a Gorilla Gold tack. You'll see that in a lot of the pitchers' back pockets. And that's down for a walk to Dolbear.
Now at bat for the Owen Sound Select, number 9, Mac Mulvey.
Looks like we might be getting a change here, Adam.
Now on visit from head coach Kevin Collins out to speak with Corey Baldwin. Looks like he's taking the ball from Corey. Or maybe he's not. They're sharing a laugh in the circle, so they're still in good spirits.
Looks like they'll make the call with a clap from his teammates, admiring his effort.
So looks like we're getting the youngster into pitch here.
We're looking at Brady McCann. He's worked some innings this week. Coming into the day, he had 4 under his belt. We'll take a quick break while he warms up, and we'll be right back at you here in the bottom of the 4th. So number 12, Brady McCann, in here for Ottawa Valley. Have you seen him work this week, Adam?
I haven't seen him work this week, Scott, but Brady McCann, if my math is correct, is a 2004 birth year. And he's a year older than my son. And they played against each other in U14 and U16. And Brady's has played for a while with his older brother, Kurt. He was a really good pitcher at the U14 level, and I'm sure will do just fine here, despite being quite a bit younger than many of the players.
Starts it off with a ball. It's back off to the screen, and Dolbear scurries down to second base. So 2 in scoring position here. Nobody out.
Play dump, J.C. Boisvert has seen something that he feels needs correcting.
Great to see the crowd here cheering on a young McCann pitcher. As we like to see in youth amateur sports, positive re-encouragement around the field, good sportsmanship, and it's been on display all week so far. That one's hit hard at the second base with Edie, and he snaps that one.
Another great play by Edie.
Now at that for the Owen Sound Select, number 7. No. Number 7, Wade Kawagashig.
Wade Kawagashig due up here now.
When the announcer said that, it looked like Kawagashig wasn't sure whether he was supposed to be batting or not. But you were right, Wade. It was our announcer, Mark Bowen, that was mistaken.
So 3 pitches to record the first out for McCann. Starts him off with the ball. Swinging strike from Kawagashig.
Fairly healthy hack there, Scott.
Looked like he was looking to hit that into the beer gardens down right field. Pitch just in. McCann works with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on second and third. And a bobbly play there over on the soft hit ball off McCann's glove. Unable to get Kawagashig at first. That'll bring in a run.
Now at bat for the Owen Sound Select, number 25, Brady Hogue.
So this is the 10th man to the plate here for Owen Sound in this 4th inning. They've already scored 6, and there's 1 out and 2 men on.
Brady Hogue, the batter here. That one's lifted, and that's going to be out of play on the left side. As that bounces back towards the Mixburg campsite for the Gil Reed tournament that has been here for many years. Ball low. Kawagashig will move up to second base. Chop foul down the left side.
That tournament that was held annually and hopefully will be held in the future was named after Gil Reed, who is a Softball Canada prominent member, and the Volunteers Lounge this week is known as the Gil Reed Memorial Lounge.
It's a beautiful touch. It's always a great weekend at the end of July here in Carp, bringing teams from Southern Ontario, our friends from upstate New York, northern Pennsylvania.
Yep, and we had a team from northern Quebec, from the Cree Nation as well. We've had lots of different teams come and participate in that event.
And the once-storied Toronto Gators have made trips here as well.
That is absolutely true. The Toronto Gators, in their reiteration, before they went full-bore ISC, did come to the tournament, and they won the title that year. I don't know. Well, I think I do know the year. I think it was 2009. We could check the blog, Scott.
Yeah.
Now at bat for the Owen Sound Select, number 17, Brendan Hagerman.
So you're a young Sean Cleary, a well-known men's national team member, pitched in this very circle.
He did indeed. He was brought in by the local I4C consulting team. He was sort of known then. He certainly didn't have the profile he does now.
Brady Hogue moved over to first base, and a chopper there to third, and they'll come home with it and get the out.
That's a nice play. Fans are appreciative.
Heads up play there by the shortstop, Eli Brahani. Get the lead runner. Got 2 away now. We continue to work in the bottom of the fourth. Thank you for sticking with us. We still have the game on Diamond 2 between Alvinston and Tavistock, two teams that know each other very well.
Looks like Hagerman's going to make use of the 2-out catcher rule, which you explained
now
earlier on the
for Owen
broadcast.
Sound Select, number 22, Tucker Firth.
Now, although some people may not call the catcher the most important position, they might call it the pitcher. That might be one of the most important rules for pace of play.
It is indeed. Great rule that was introduced. I wonder when that was. 15, 20 years ago? Another great snag by Hodges on the one bag.
So we'll move to the top of the fifth. Owen Sound scored 6 runs. We've got an 8-1 score, and we'll take a short break. Welcome back here to the fairgrounds in Carp, Ontario. Do or die time here for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs.
Yeah,
Owen Sound and 1 for Ottawa Valley.
You got that right, Scott. It's the run rule, and after 5 innings, if the game is a 7-run differential, it's over. So with the current 7-run differential, Osgood needs to score.
Now at bat for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 14, Sam Bowman.
Sam Bowman's going to step in. We do have an update from the other diamond. It is a 9-9 score in the bottom of the 5th. So a little bit of a shootout going on between Tavistock and Alveston, two Ontario teams that would know each other well. Pitch on the outside part of the plate for Mannion. Mannion set. Two-one count here for Bowman. Now, after that long break, Adam, Riley Mannion would have been sitting on the bench for a little while. Kind of got to ramp it back up.
I would say he's going to want to end this game in this inning. I'm pretty confident of that. He's going to want to save his energy for tomorrow's seeding round in the playoffs subsequent to that.
The 2-2. Swung on and missed. So we've got one out here in the top of the 5th.
That's 8 Ks for Mannion now after 4 1/3.
Now at bat for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 19, Graham Whitehead.
Graham Whitehead digs in here. Swinging strike for Mannion to open the count. Austin Eady waits on deck, the leadoff hitter. Going after that outside corner was Mannion, but he missed with it, 1-1. Fly ball into shallow right field.
Why is he not running that out?
So the Chiefs have something cooking here with the top of the order coming up, one out.
Now at bat for the Ottawa Valley Chiefs, number 3, Austin Eady.
Austin Eady due up now.
He's made some great defensive plays at second base tonight.
Absolutely, a couple hard hit balls. Took a good hack at that one. Mannion leading back for a little extra here. Two strikes for Mannion as he works at Eady. Whitehead on first base. Owen gets away. And another favorable bounce off the backstop will have Whitehead stay at first. As we get into the night, the heat continues to stick around, Adam.
Yeah, you're right. It's a sticky night. Hot August night.
Got a beautiful forecast for the rest of the weekend. A little bit of heat, but fast pitch softball, we'll never complain about sunshine. That one's popped up. Might be a play on it, and that's out of play down the first base side.
Wasn't far from Wade Kowalczyk's parents over there, who I met earlier today. Very nice people.
Mannion takes a sign from Hagerman. And that one's fouled off almost into identical directions. Edie's not giving in on this at bat. Wants to extend the game for his team. Mannion steps on the pitcher's plate. Changeup fouled off. Hagerman unable to squeeze it. One-two count still after a few foul offs by Edie. That one's hit hard at the shortstop. Good play by Tucker Firth. He'll go to first, and they got him. A double play to end the game. A great play by Tucker Firth at shortstop. That'll be the final tonight, Adam. Owen Sound selects 8. The Ottawa Valley Chiefs 1. And would you look at that? The late game on Diamond 1
Still going.
is done before the Diamond 2 game.
So you'll look at Riley Mannion here as your winning pitcher. Riley gave up 5 hits over 5 innings of work. He only allowed the 1 run, and he struck out 8. Your losing pitcher is Corey Baldwin, and he had relief from Brady McCann. So that puts Owen Sound at the end of round-robin play at 5 wins and 1 loss, which should be good enough for second place, I would imagine. And the Ottawa Valley Chiefs winless at 0-6, but they did put in some good games and made some good plays along the way, and they get a second life in that seeding round tomorrow. So you can join us on the live stream tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. It's when it gets all started. And Scott, I think we're ready for a refreshing beverage.
I think we've earned it. I want to thank all the listeners and watchers for tuning in from all across the nation. We'll be back tomorrow for more great fastball here at the Carp Fairgrounds.
Good job, Sheldon. Thanks for all your hard work in the booth.